Fortunately, I have never exposed my true trump card. Jang Yi stood in the center of the cage, his hands cupped into a ball in the air, and a black lightning suddenly began to condense between his palms. Crack! There were more and more lightnings, thicker and thicker, and the strange and twisted power seemed like little black snakes swimming. That kind of terrifying power made Bailey Changqing and others around them widen their eyes and subconsciously take several steps back. Only Liang Wei, Flower, and Yang Xin knew what this power was. Several people were protecting Jang Yi and did not tolerate anyone coming to disturb him. The black unstable substance became denser and denser, condensing into a huge black sphere in Zhang Yi's palm. Then, with the movements of Zhang Yi's hands, he slowly compressed it and turned into a black ball only the size of a volleyball. "Stay away from me," Zhang Yi shouted. Everyone in the Tengu team quickly got out of the way. Zhang Yi threw the black ball high and then instantly activated the ability to accelerate 20 times. He jumped up more than 3 meters high and then hit the void ball. With his right fist, "Call out!" The black ball of void instantly cut through the space, passed through the invisible cage, and then flew straight to the direction of Canute. At the same time, Canute, who was still dispatching his troops, suddenly felt an early warning in his heart. The instinct of the beast let him know that danger was approaching. But he was too close to Jang Yi, only less than a kilometer away. "I don't believe I can bear it." His misjudgment of Jang Yi's strength prevented him from escaping. Instead, fight hard. The huge shark mouth makes a piercing scream. He tried to block the attack with his huge and strong body. Behind him, there is Chen Siyu, the magician who drew the ground as a prison. Zhang Yi said in a cold voice, "Die!" The next moment, the entire space was enveloped by a dark sphere that suddenly rose from the earth. It was a giant sphere with a radius of several hundred meters, exuding terrifying destructive power. A dull and painful cry came from the black ball. Canute's huge body rose into the sky from the black ball and landed hard on the ground in the distance. At this time, he was covered in blood and looked extremely miserable. There were hideous and terrifying scars on his hard body. The scales comparable to alloy were opened, and the flesh and blood were blurred, as if tens of thousands of machetes had torn open countless wounds. Canute never imagined that, with his animal type, blue shark ability, and full defense, he would be so deeply injured by Jang Yi's move. He roared at Phoenix Yuan Ren, who was not far away. "You lied to me! His strength is not what you said!" After this move, almost everything about Canute's original location had been quietly erased. The hundreds of pirates behind him, including Chen Siyu, the person with the ability to draw the ground as a prison, were all wiped out. Such a scene shocked everyone present. There were thousands of members of the Tianlong pirates, but only 300 to 400 were left at this time. Canute blocked Jang Yi's void strike head-on, causing him to be seriously injured. The other minions were frightened and overwhelmed. Yi stared at Jang Yi and murmured these words. "Even Deng Shentong doesn't have such a terrifying large-scale AoE attack capability. This is definitely captain level, no mistakes. The standard for captain level is a power level of 9,000 points upwards. Phoenix, Yan Jin, and Jinguji Seiichiro and other Eclipse members also had their eyes widened. Damn it, that guy gave us wrong information. What kind of deputy captain level combat power is there with a power index of only 8,200 points? Wu Di suddenly said in surprise. "The barrier is gone," Zhang Yi said calmly. "The real battle has just begun." The members of the Tianlong pirates were never regarded by Zhang Yi as a truly dangerous opponent from the beginning. Zhang Yi raised his head and stared at the people standing on the short mountain, and the Phoenix Academy and the others were. Also staring at Jang Yi, Bailey Changqing hesitated for a moment and then said to Jang Yi, "Zhu Shuai said that the Samsara team will arrive in half an hour at most. Let me hold on for another half hour." Jang Yi glanced at him coldly and expressed no comment. He couldn't make up his mind whether Zhu Zheng could be trusted. Since you can't make up your mind, it's better to believe in yourself first. Leave Phoenix Academy Ren to me. You are responsible for taking care of the others. Bailey. Zhang Yi, as agreed before, asked Bailey Changqing to be responsible for arranging tactics. Now the drawing ground as a prison has been lifted, and the distance between them and the enemy is very close, and there will undoubtedly be a big melee next. At this time, everyone has to rely on their own abilities. Let Bailey Changqing arrange the distribution of combat power. He only needs to hold back the opponent's generals. Half an hour. He can try to believe Zhu Zheng once, but he won't believe it all. Bailey Changqing arranged the team members to perform tasks in an orderly manner and spoke very quickly. Shi Guangming, Ye Jikang, Meng Siyu, Shui Miao, Lu Yinghao, you are responsible for cleaning up the pirate group. Others, join me and deal with Eclipse's Ronin first, and Jang Yi gave instructions to the people around him. Liang Yue, you need to help me hold back one of the main force of Eclipse. Flower, protect Xin Xin. In terms of speed, not many of the mutants here can catch up with you. Run away when necessary. Saving your and Xin Xin's lives is the most important. Liang Yue nodded vigorously. Okay. She clenched the Long Ming in her hand tightly. She wondered if there was some connection among the top warriors. Tsukamoto Nobunaga, on the top of the mountain, looked at her. Separated by a distance of several hundred meters, the murderous look in their eyes made the air become chilly. I have found my match, Liang Yue said. Flower, on the other hand, has already grown to giant size. It hid Yang Xin in its thick hair, leaving only her neck and head exposed. And its hair, which is stronger and sharper than steel, is the best protective layer. While Zhang Yi was dispatching troops and generals, Feng Huang Yuanren was not idle either. Phoenix Yuanren felt so uncomfortable when he met Zhang Yi, and this feeling also made him eager to eliminate Zhang Yi. Jinguji, come with me and kill the opponent's captain first, Phoenix and Jin said to Jinguji Seiichiro next to him. Jinguji Seiichiro pushed up his gold-rimmed glasses, rarely denying Phoenix and Jin's opinion, because he knew that Phoenix Yuanren was a guy who didn't know the danger. Once he asked others for help, it only meant that his opponent really made him feel unconfident, and the real melee begins. At this time, on the Eclipse organization side, Dagong Yan Jin could no longer hold back his impulse. As a murderous maniac, keeping him on standby wears away his patience. Especially when he saw Jang Yi's powerful opponents, he even tore his shirt to pieces without paying attention to Phoenix Yuanren next to him, and jumped off the mountain with the huge dragonfly cutter in hand. Brown air currents rose into the sky, carrying his long hair to the sky. After the transformation, he looked like a terrifying, ferocious beast with ferocious fangs in his mouth. His eyes were fixed on Jang Yi. Hey, are you the strongest one? Come on, let's have a good fight with me. The dragonfly cut in his hand was pointed directly at Zhang Yi's head. Great work returned to Yan Jin. Everyone here knows this person's name and appearance. He showed amazing strength in both battles. This is a very terrifying opponent. The data. Analysis conducted by the Jiangnan Region Scientific Research Department gave a result of a power index of 7,200 points. Faced with such an opponent, Bailey Changqing took the initiative to walk out before Zhang Yi could speak. Ronin, how about I come fight with you? Bailey Changqing said coldly. Dagong Yanjin's eyes fell on him. In Bailey Changqing's body, Dagong Yanjin sensed that special smell. The same kind of smell. They are all strangers who pursue the ultimate in power. Dagong Yanjin raised the corner of his mouth. He did not give a positive answer, but rushed over like a hurricane, raised dragonfly cut with one hand, then slashed down suddenly. It was so late and so fast that no one saw clearly how fast he was, and no one saw when Bailey Changqing raised the painting pole and the square halberd. Only a clang sound was heard, and the sound of metal collision stung people's eardrums. The solid land under their feet, which had been bombarded by bombs, exploded at this time. The ground within a radius of 50 meters sank, and a huge pit was created by their impact. Bailey Changqing blocked Dagong Yan Jin's blow. He raised a sneer. At the corner of his mouth, "Is this the only level? I thought you were so good!"